Good morning, my dear students. Welcome back to your online. Today we will discuss a new chapter from your science book NCERT, that is chapter 11, light, shadows and reflection. Okay, so students, in chapter 4 you have learned some subtopics which are also under this topic, chapter 11, just like different types of objects, opaque, translucent, transparent. Let's start with this chapter. Okay, students? Yes, I am fine, everyone. Just be attentive in your class. I am starting your class. Please follow me. Okay, before coming to the chapter, do you know what is source of light? What is source of light? Source of light means from where light is coming. That is called source of light. Means any object which is emitting light or which is providing light, that is the source of light, you know, everyone. And on the basis of they are providing light or not, the objects can be divided into two parts. One is luminous object, another is non-luminous object. You know, luminous objects and non-luminous object, you know, non-luminous objects. No? Now what is the definition of luminous object? Who can say? Please write in your chat box. Yes, very good, Deeptak. Objects that emits their own light or provide or give out their own light, they are called luminous object. What are the example of luminous object? Please write in your chat box. What are the example of luminous object? Very good. Sun, torch. Okay. Now comes to non-luminous object, just opposite of it, luminous object. They do not emit their own light. Okay? Yes. Very good, Ayush. Hoimobrato. Very good, everyone. No, Deeptak. They do not emit their own light. Such example just like Earth and others planet, you know, they do not have their own light. Okay? These are example of non-luminous object. They do not have their own light. Okay? I hope you understood. Now, just recall the different types of grouping of objects that we have learned in chapter 4. Have you observed it? Have you just read the all types of objects that are grouping on the basis of, they were being grouped on the basis of the light passing through the objects? No? And we have read there are three types of object. So on the basis of light passing through it, we can divide the objects into three categories. Okay? What are those three categories? One is transparent objects. Second one, translucent. Translucent objects, and then opaque. No? Opaque objects. Now, what are the definitions of this type of objects on the basis of light passing through it? So first comes to transparent object. If we if we try to pass light through an object, and it will easily allowing light to pass through it. So the object that allowing light to pass through it are called as transparent object. There are so many examples of transparent object, just like clean glass, then cellophane paper, then also clean water. These all are example of transparent object. You know? Yes, very good. So here we have seen what are transparent object, the object which pass light through them and they become transparent. As you know, transparent means crystal clear. Okay, so these are called as transparent object. Now comes to translucent object. Now I hope you can write the example of transparent object. No? Any problem? Yes, Ayush, very good. I have seen your examples. Very good. Now comes to translucent object. Means there are some objects through which we cannot see, but not very clearly. If light passes through them, we cannot see the clear objects through them as like transparent. That makes some hazy appearance. Okay, that type of objects are known as translucent. Okay, there are so many examples. You can see frosted glass. Then also there are some translucent glass over your windows. No, they are frosted glass. Then other examples like butter paper, oil paper. These all are example of translucent object. Understood? Very good. Yes. Another example who can give of this translucent object, please? You can write in your chat box. Yes, Moina Ghosh. No, Hoimobroto, you are wrong. Now comes to opaque object. What does, when light passes through an object, then how does opaque object just reacts? Means if we cannot see through an object at all, it is an opaque object. Actually, what is happening while light is passing through an opaque object, actually light does not allow to pass through them in an opaque object, you know, and that casts a black patches. You know what is that black patches? Who can say? When light cannot pass through it and such objects cast a black patch or black patch. Very good, Deepta. This is called shadow. So shadow is formed due to opaque objects. So you have to remember this point. Okay, I hope you understood. What are the example of opaque objects? Please write in your chat box what are the examples of opaque objects. Very good. Wall, then yes, tree, then book, solid substances, no? Such solid substances, table, chairs. Very good, very good. Srijita, Deeptak, Sneha, very good. Anubhav, Hoimobroto, very good. So here we have seen the grouping of different types of object on the basis of light passing through it or not. Okay. So here we have completed this introductory part of this chapter, light, shadows and reflection. Now comes to page number 108. There you can see what exactly are shadow. So there we have already learned that shadow, when shadow is formed, when opaque object cannot pass the light through it and it casts a black patch is called shadow, that we have already learned, and all the opaque objects seems to form a dark shadow of their own. So this is the basic things we have to remember. Okay, and we need a source of light, an opaque object on the way, and a screen to see a shadow. Okay, so what are the things needed to see a shadow? We need a source of light. I am writing in the board. So formation of a shadow, and if we want to watch a shadow, then what are the needful items you can write? Such needful items. For shadow formation, first there is requirement of a source of light. Source of light, okay. Then there is another thing, an opaque object, that is very necessary. Without opaque object, shadow cannot be formed, you know. So you can write an opaque object, and next is a screen. Why screen is necessary? A screen to see the shadow. Okay, understood everyone? Any problem up to this portion? Please tell me. Any problem up to this portion? No problem? Yes, Ayush. So there we have seen what exactly are the shadow, and there are also something what actually this shadow gives us. Shadow gives us some information about the shape and size of an object. You know, on seeing the shadow, we can easily tell what is the shape, size of that object. You know, and shape, and also sometimes the shadow become just smaller than the object, and sometimes the shadow become larger than the objects, you know. And here the main information about the shape of the objects that we get from shadow. Okay, and color of opaque object does not affect the color of shadow. As you know, the color of shadow is always black. So if an opaque object possesses any green color, then the shadow is not green color. As we know, shadow is only dark color or black in color. Okay, so there we have discussed what exactly are the shadows. Any problem? You can ask me now. Any problem? No problem. Okay, very good. Sometimes shadow can also mislead us about the shape of the object. Acha, please tell me one thing. When the shadow is larger or smaller during the day, please tell me in the chat box. Please tell me that you have already learned in previous class, no? When the shadow size become larger and when the shadow size become smaller. Who can remember this point? I want to see. Only in the morning, Megha? And what about the evening? Very good. During morning and evening, the shadow is larger in size, and in the noon time, then the shadow size is smaller. Very good everyone. Very good. You can remember this point. Okay. In the next day, I will discuss about the new topic of this chapter, a pinhole camera. Okay, a pinhole camera, and also I will discuss something new about this chapter, and within 2 class this chapter will be finished and we will proceed towards the next chapter. And please regularly watch your offline video that will be uploaded in the e-portal. This is my request to all of you. Okay students, in previous day there was the offline video that was there I have described about the question answer of chapter 10. Who have not seen it, just raise your hand in the chat box. Who have not seen it? Motion and measurement of distance. Everyone has seen that video? Very good. And please note down all the question answer that I have already discussed in the offline video, okay? And these will be very essential for your proper concept. Okay? Very good. Oh, Nilanjan, you have not seen it? Okay, please watch the video. Okay? Please watch yesterday's offline video that is already in your e-portal, and I have already told you many times that please regularly check your e-portal, but you are not checking at all. I have just watched this. Some of you have answered me in the e-portal, but not all of you. So be attentive. Okay students? Let's take your attendance.